Really disappointing loss, tough loss against a good Tulane team. Give Coach Fritz and Tulane a lot of credit. They had a really good game plan, played really well, outplayed us, and still had an opportunity to win, but didn't get it done. Really, the game comes down to our inability to convert on third down, going 2 of 15, and then inability to convert on fourth down, going 1 of 5. Put that on me. Don't put that on the kids. I believe in our offense. I believe in Coach Klein. I believe we're going to make those plays. We work a ton of fourth down situations for those exact scenarios so that we can keep the drive alive. This game's about possessions. I believe in the defense. And the other thing is we were, I thought, pretty tired and pretty gassed on defense. And so figuring we would be able to convert a few of those, we'd keep drives alive and then finally find a way to punch one in. We weren't able to do that. And so that's on myself and offensive staff. And we had some plays out there that we thought we should have had on fourth and short and didn't get them. Bottom line, we just didn't get them. And so give Tulane credit. But good win for them. We got to bounce back. It's our first adversity we've had since in 2022. 2022 started out with a bang. Had a bowl game. We've had nothing but great times since then, and now we got adversity. And let's see how we respond, because it struck, and let's see how we respond.
Coach, on those third and fourth downs, is it maybe more painful that you were just kind of beat up front so often?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they got after us. They did some good things with stunts. They got penetration, and just we didn't make the plays that we are capable of making.
And the passing game still looks like it's struggling. The stats
Yeah.
look okay, but it didn't seem to have that great impact.
No, it really was. It did not. It did not perform the way it needs to. Stats are stats, but we need to be more explosive and have more explosive plays in the passing game. I thought they did a really nice job of tackling, especially on Deuce. They really good tackling team, and you look at the explosive plays. We got a couple of run for 19 or run for 21 or a run for 26, run for 17, and a couple passes, one for 19, one for 21, and the 21 was a touchdown. We have to be more explosive and push the ball downfield or run after the catch, and that eluded us today.
Coach, on those third and fourth and shorts, you guys have often seem to try and run the ball for it. Can you explain why that was the strategy you guys were looking for?
That's what CK had dialed up, and a couple times we make the wrong cut. A couple times, to Fitz's point, we don't block it right. We have an option called and should get it there, and then we misfired on a couple of them in the pass game where we thought we'd have it. So once again, it's a lot of different things, from execution to just not getting it done. So we've got to do better. We've got to do a much better job. I mean, you look at it: two of 15 on third down, 1 of 5 on fourth down. You're 3 of 20. You're not winning many games. And all that being said, we had a chance to win going 3 of 20 in those critical downs. And a lot of those third downs, I thought we did a really good job of what we call sequencing. It's 3rd and 10 to get us to a 4th and 2, so we're not in a 4th and long, and we get to those situations and we don't capitalize.
From a standpoint of council kind of learning how to get the flow of calling a game, what areas are you guys still trying to get wrinkles out or just kind of get more comfortable in that?
All of them. All of them. We just got to continue to be better in all of them on offense.
Coach, Nate Matlack came out earlier in the game. I was just wondering if you had an opinion.
I don't. Was a situation where he couldn't return, which I know hurt us some, just because Nate's a really terrific player, and it took away from a lot of our depth.
And then on that last fourth down play, were you expecting them to go for it, or did that kind of catch you in the defensive ball?
No, I was expecting them to go for it. It's 4th and a foot to win a game in a Power 5 place. You dang right. You go for that. That you don't get the wind was blowing. You have a bad punt. Now you're putting it on the defense, and the analytics of college football have changed, and that's probably one that they would say go for 99 times out of 100. And their kid was a dude. Their quarterback was a stud, and they gave it to him, and he made the play.
Coach, did you like your team's approach? Did you feel like that they had put the victory from last week behind them and they were ready to go?
Yeah, we had a really good week of preparation, and preparation doesn't equate to execution sometimes. And so I thought we prepared well, but I didn't think we executed very well.
Chris, how would you say the team handled this game after the game?
They were hurting as I knew they would be, and like I said, adversity has struck, and how are we going to respond to that adversity? All of us, players, coaches, because this was we knew it was going to be a tough game. Don't get me wrong. Not like Tulane's. They had a chance to beat Oklahoma last year, and they had enough issues with the Hurricane last year that they were a good football team. We knew we had to play really well to beat these guys. We played hard. We did not execute very well.
What advice would you have to Adrian to maybe be just a little bit more aggressive in some situations?
Yeah, we got to get him to cut it loose without question. We got to get him to cut it loose and be free. And if he makes a mistake, he makes a mistake.
How much was Deuce just being tired there?
Yeah, he was cramping up. We had to take him inside for a full quarter because he was cramping up. And it was obviously, once that rain passed through, it was really hot and humid. And he was one of our guys that was cramping up. So obviously when you don't have him on the field, it's a big factor. And I thought DJ did a nice job, though.
How difficult was the decision between punting on that fourth down or last drive or trying to go forward again?
Well, knowing that our success rate was not very good, and it wasn't a 4th and 2, it was a 4th and 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. It's either, and I thought we had 3 timeouts left that we could stop them, and the wind was blowing enough that if we pinned them down there, we'd get them stopped inside the 20 and maybe get a short field and have a minute and 40 seconds left. And had we gotten that stop on 3rd down and made it a 4th and 1.5, I didn't think we tackled very well in that series. Had we made it 4th and 1.5, they got to punt it, and it's a minute and a half left, and we work our 2-minute drill and see what happens.
Coach, do you feel like, I know you talked about Trish trying to get the offense to let it rip, do you just feel like there was just a little bit of apprehension today on the offensive side of the football?
Yeah, we'll have to see when we look at film, but when you score 10 points, there's something there that we got to figure out.
Did their front four really cause you some issues with your offensive line?
Oh yeah, I think they got after us a little bit up front, no question about it.
Was the shovel pass something that you thought might break for the first down, or you're trying to pick up efficient yards?
Once again, same thing, sequencing, trying to get 6 or 7 yards there and end up losing 2.
And is Adrian valuing efficiency over pushing the ball down?
I couldn't tell you that.
On that last 4th down, you guys did go for it at Tulane's 45.
Yep.
Did you guys think about punting that and punting them deep, or just trying to keep?
Yeah, obviously hindsight's 20/20 to say you can punt it, push them deep, but we really thought, Colin and I talked about it prior to it. We thought we had a good play on 4th and short and didn't execute it. So, we want to be aggressive. There's no question about it. And I wanted to try to win the game, not try to just stay in the game. And our kids wanted to try to win the game. And there's a lot going into believing in guys that you trust them to be able to make the play, and or trust the defense to be able to stop them. And the one big difference in that sequence there was Pratt made the best plays when they stop us, and we have a couple really good calls, and he makes our guys miss. He was the difference.
Even with all this trouble, defense was able to come up with 2 really nice interceptions again. How pleased were you with that?
Yeah, those were big, and I thought we probably dropped one that we could have had. That would have been another big play. But you're +2 in the turnover margin. We talked turnovers. We were there. Explosive plays. We were not. Efficiency on 3rd down. We were not, but neither were they. And then we did not capitalize on special teams. We've done that the first 2 weeks, and I thought they did a nice job of punting and kicking the ball and neutralizing our special teams.
And then Sean Robinson wasn't listed on that.
Yeah, he's left the football team.
Good, sir. My name is Sergeant Denise Parker with the First Infantry Division of Public Affairs. I just wanted to ask you about Fort Riley Day and what it means to you and the KSU community.
Well, I appreciate you asking that, and thank you so much for all your guys' service to our country. And it's so neat, the partnership that K-State has with Fort Riley. I know our kids really appreciate it. Our university appreciates it, and I wish we would have come through for you guys.
Coach
Mhm.
That led you guys to kind of having to call timeout.
Yep.
Can you explain the decision to go to a shuffle pass with less than 10 seconds left in the middle of the field?
Yeah, CK thought it was going to be a successful play and got us close to a first down, and we thought maybe we could pop it. We didn't pop it, and we still had a timeout. And either way, we were going to have one more play, and we were able to get one more play off. And I thought Adrian did a nice job of making sure that we had another play to kick a field goal.
Is there a reluctancy to throw the ball downfield, and if so, where does that come from?
It's a good question. I don't believe there is, but we've got to do a better job of it.
Coach, do you feel that the lack of downfield plays has affected the run game in any way?
Well, people are going to try to stop number 22. I think he's a pretty special player. So, we've got to find ways to either get the ball in the perimeter to Malik and Phil and Cade and those guys and let them have opportunity with the ball in space, or push it downfield. It's something that we've got to look at because we've got to be obviously a lot more efficient, but more importantly, more explosive.
And then the offense is sort of the focal point, but how do you feel the defense plays today?
I thought we played well at times on defense. That's me. I put them in some tough spots, and they bailed us out a number of times, and played well at times. But still, a couple of things that cost us some field position where we could have gotten a stop and didn't, pinning them down there, and then they were doing a nice job of driving it out. And then our tackling, I think, suffered a little bit.
Coach, any distractions this week with Sean Robinson's departure?
No, it wasn't a distraction at all.
Time for one more? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, everyone.